out of Quebec, Canada. Racing out of where? Southern California or Arizona? One of those places. She's a 7-time Ironman 70.3 champion and a very good violin player. Ladies and gentlemen, Maggie Tesser. We'll look from the other end of the table. She is the most experienced of our participants in today's pro panel. She is an 8-time Ironman champion. Among them Louisville, Florida, Brazil, Germany, Europe, and South Africa. Travels all over, ladies and gentlemen, in the crowd. She got a crowd. She is the 2010 Ironman Coeur d'Alene champ. 3-time runner-up in Arizona. You have to work on that this year. 3rd place at the World Championship 70.3 last year, ladies and gentlemen, Lindsay Corbin. The pride of Missoula, Montana, right? I get this, we'll get into this later on, but she says, oh, I love the heat and the wind. I can understand the wind, but Missoula is not so warm. Maybe July 4th, right? Races out of Fair Lawn, New Jersey, although I don't think that's his home territory. Without Europe, he wouldn't be in all these races. Where is Europe? Where are you? His boss and his ego. He's a 4-time Ironman 70.3 champ. We saw him have a great race last year. Almost got Ronnie Schildneck, but not. Max Kriat from the Ukraine, right there. Two spots from Lance, another one of our more experienced racers. And he is an 11-time Ironman 70.3 champ. 6-time in Busan, in Rhode Island, in Brazil, and Cancun. He's a world duathlon champion and an Olympian. Ladies and gentlemen, from Argentina, Oscar Galindez. And when you're last to the party, you're last introduced. Last time many of us, including myself, saw Paul Amy, he was putting together a great combination in Arizona. He was the runner-up last year at the 2011 Ironman Arizona. He is the 2008 Ironman 70.3 Florida champ and a 3-time World Duathlon champ. And I always thought all he could do was run and bike, but then somebody says, no, the guy's an awesome swimmer. Ladies and gentlemen, from Great Britain and Los Angeles, Paul Amy. Tony, why don't you come on over and join me? Tony Lugo is my partner. I'm Dave Ragsdale. We are the proud voices of the Jeep Ironman 70.3 San Juan. I think we'll start with our defending women's champion. Grab the microphone. Kelly Williamson, what pressure do you feel as the defending women's champion here in San Juan?
I don't like to think about that, to be honest. I mean, I'm excited to be back, and you know, it's only the 2nd year for the event, and it was an awesome event last year, and so, you know, yeah, maybe a little pressure, but honestly, every race is a new race, and there's always good people on the line, so I figure we all have to get out and do our job, so I'm excited to get out there and you know, see a beautiful course as with last year, and some great women here, so like I said, every race is a new race, and so I was honored to be able to win it last year, but that's history, and I figure, you know, tomorrow's a new day, so it'll be a fun time.
As our defending men's champ, Tim O'Donnell, the pressure of the defense is there. This is your opening race of the year. What are your thoughts returning to San Juan?
Well, you know, I came here last year not really knowing what to expect being a first-year race, and it blew my mind. This was an unbelievable experience, so it's really an honor for me to come back here and defend my title. And I can honestly say, I mean, over the last year, the response I've gotten, you know, over Facebook and Twitter and all that good social media stuff, the biggest support has been people that, you know, saw me race out here in San Juan. So it's an unbelievable community, and I'm going to do my best to try to defend.
My partner, Tony Lugo, tells me that you may be applying for citizenship. You've been here for 1 month since Panama. Paul Amy, you probably know Puerto Rico and the island and San Juan better than anybody. Do you think the month here will make a big difference in your race tomorrow?
I mean, obviously, it's always good to know the course, know the conditions. And Tim was here last year, obviously, winning it. So, I mean, it's going to be a tough race for anybody. It's been good training here. I came down mainly because I'm doing Ironman Texas, which is going to be hot and humid, same sort of conditions as here. So, but it's always good to know the course and know what the conditions are going to be like, and know everything about the course. So hopefully we'll go good tomorrow.
Right next to you, Oscar Galindez, a man who you can tell by that little bit of gray there. He's been around quite a bit. Oscar, as our only member of the panel who speaks Spanish natively, you feel a little extra pressure? And before you answer, I'm going to let Tony ask the question as well.
Bueno, tenemos a Oscar Galíndez. Oscar Galíndez es uno de los triatletas con más experiencia en el circuito, lleva años haciendo este tipo de eventos. Oscar Galíndez, para que tengan una idea, él acaba de recién terminar hace 5 semanas el evento de Panamá, en el que había una persona que se llamaba Lance Armstrong, que corre bicicleta, y él tuvo la bicicleta más rápida del evento, por si acaso, Oscar Galíndez. Así que, y lo que me sucede es que Oscar Galíndez, después del evento, bailó mejor que cualquiera de los otros pros, porque tuvimos una fiesta buenísima. Y Oscar tú bailaste muy bien, ¿sabes? En la fiesta, así que de verdad que Oscar Galíndez, por favor, dame un aplauso fuerte a Oscar.
Muchas gracias. En primer lugar, gracias a BN Sport y a WTC por la invitación. Bueno, es mi segundo año aquí en Puerto Rico, segundo año de la competencia. Una carrera dura.
¿Qué pasa? ¿No
Y
quieres
bueno,
hablar?
creo este año es
Acá.
una competencia de calendario.
Arriba,
y bueno, veremos mañana cómo se dan las cosas. Así que bueno,
¿Estás corriendo hoy?
Muchas gracias a todos por el apoyo y los espero mañana.
Down almost at the far end, Magali, you were with us in Panama. Your race didn't quite materialize at all that you want, in not being able to get out of the bike portion. Did you learn some lessons, and what sort of lessons could you share from what happened to you with everybody here?
It's a pretty simple lesson. Always bring pit stop when you're riding. Tubulars especially when you got a lot of glue on there and you're a woman. So I'm not saying women aren't strong, but in my case it didn't work out that way. Also just never give up, because sometimes as pros we focus a lot on the result, and my mistake at the race, I guess, was to call it a day after a few minutes of seeing everybody go away and focus a little bit too much on the results. And I have to admit, like, I should have just probably put my head down and tried to make something, incredible out of the day, rather than just thinking too much about the results. So that next time something happens in a race, no matter what the result, I'll just keep on going. Experience has made me richer, so hopefully I can apply that.
I know that down here at the far end, Nina Kraft was in Panama, and I know that Nina, the race didn't go at all how you had planned. That was to be your first race of the year. Now this is. But is it really? How are you feeling about what happened in Panama and what you might be able to do tomorrow?
Yeah, in Panama I had also some problem with my bike, and Maggie and we ran some after a little bit together, was the end kind of funny, and I put now a little toll in my back, so I learned my lesson too, that I can fix my stuff by myself, but I think it's really important for everyone. This is not my first race now, it's my second race. I was last week in Miami on 25:70.5, what I like really, and so to get the race experience a little bit before the big race come, and I look really forward to finish tomorrow, so this is what I want to do.
The best way to a good finish is with a good start, right? And I think that just before we go on to the next question, I think the lesson that anybody learns is that you have to be prepared, you have to be ready for almost anything, and when bad things come to you, you have to adapt to them. Now, Max Kriya, we know that you are a very good runner. Have you seen the running course here, and do you think that will work in your favor tomorrow?
I actually saw the running course even last year, the day before the race, but I didn't get it. I got it too flat tires, and I didn't race on that course. I also checked it yesterday. Hopefully I got the running portion and will try to do my best.
Always to do your best. Lindsay Corbin from Missoula, Montana. You like the heat. When you get off the bike, even early in the morning, at 9-something in the morning, you'll have some heat. Have you been out on the run course, and what are your impressions, and what do you think it will mean for you tomorrow?
You know, I had a chance to check out the run course. Actually, it was my favorite part of checking out San Juan was just running the run course, and it's beautiful. You know, I think it's going to be a toss between focusing on racing and focusing on the beautiful scenery that we're surrounded by. So hopefully that'll take away some of the pain that we're enduring during the race. But I'm very excited for the run. You know, I like the heat and the wind, and it's a hilly, tough course. So may the strongest man and woman win.
Paul Amy, right next door of you, in your time here on the island, have you done the entire run course? And what are your, if you have, what are your impressions?
I've pretty much been on the course nearly every day. So the bike course is it's fairly flat, but it's quite challenging with the wind. So it depends on how windy it is in the morning. Especially with the last 20 miles, it's normally into a headwind. So the bike could be quite hard. The runs are very challenging with two major heats. One about halfway after the turnaround and one just after the turnaround. So because it's a 2-lap course, it could be a thing where if you don't pace yourself right, you could suffer on the second lap. So, I mean, it's a, on looking at the course maps, you think it could be quite easy. But then when you've got the wind and the heat, humidity, and obviously the hills on the run, it can be quite a challenging day. So, good luck to everybody that's doing it.
Oscar Galindez, you can take either one. How important is it to you